With Chipp, you can now connect AI agents together. So you have your concierge to speak to and a fleet or a team of AI experts that can always be called upon when needed. Let's show you how to use it. Connecting AI agents, or what we call Chipp-to-Chipp, starts with your router agent or your concierge. This will be the agent you talk to. I'm going to name my new application. Then you go to your expert. Mine's going to be a design doc that's trained in how Chipp creates design documents. You'll see under the share section an option to copy an API key or copy a curl request. We're going to copy that curl request and go to our router agent. You're going to do a custom action. We're going to call this custom action something that makes sense to me, so I'm going to remember it. So I'm going to call it, design doc builder, let's say. Anytime I want to create a design doc, it's going to talk to my expert agent, but I can stay in the same conversation I'm already in. The description is so important because the description tells the AI when to call that agent. So I want to make sure to say the words or phrases or even tell it when to use that agent. If you get a lot of agents together, you're going to have really clear descriptions so the AI knows what to do. So I'll write out my description, and then I can even get fancy and put a tense in there. This is going to be what it says, like when the AI is thinking, basically. So I'm going to say, now let's do, let's see, we could do like calling design doc, something like that. Calling the agent. Yeah, let's do that. Then the key button is going to be import curl request. So I'm just going to copy exactly what I took from that other agent and put it in. What you'll see is the API key that normally is hidden. It's actually in that curl request. So just by clicking and copying that example request, I'll put it in there, and now it's going to be able to talk to the agent. So I'm going to go ahead and say parse URL. Basically, that curl request tells Chipp what to do, and it makes all of the fields that we need. So I'll run a test to make sure that it's working. And if this passes, then we're good to go. So it's testing it right now. It's sending a sample message. Looks like it's successful. So you can see here what the content would be. The AI would ask, it's ready to start the design doc and ask those questions. So let's show you what it looks like in action. We have it as custom action. We can either force it to do it or we can just talk about it. So if you hit the backslash key and type in the name of the action we just made, it'll force it to call that agent. Now your users, your teammates probably don't know it exists, so they can also just say what they want. So let's create a design doc. It's going to call the tool. So it'll think for just a moment. It's calling that agent. It's getting the answer from that agent and bring it back to our concierge. And then it's going to give us an answer. And so here you can see it says tool execution details. We know that it called the tool. I can even click into that and see what it did. So you can see here under the body, I said, let's create a design doc, which you saw. And then we go into the response and you'll see the exact response that's below. So when you go into the body response, that's what it's sending. So we can actually see all the details of what it's sending, what it's thinking, and I can start to have a normal conversation right here in my router agent or my concierge. So I can just keep talking. If I have multiple agents, I can either hit the backslash, what we call a slaction, because it's a backwards action, a backslash action, I should say, and that'll force it to use a specific tool, or I can just have a conversation. And if I've trained that agent to get triggered when I say a certain word, it will then begin. So this is an amazing way to get expert AI tools connected together so the end user or your colleague doesn't have to go to every single tool for different things. They can just go to one place. So I can't wait to see what you build and what you connect with Chipp. This is available for all users, including our free users. So head over to chipp.ai to build your first agent and start connecting things.